Money isn't everything, but it's definitely something. And if it's hard-earned money, it's definitely everything. I realized the value of money when I was in 4th standard. I went to a stationery shop next to my house and there were a set of sketch pens for 60 rupees. And I came to my father and said, Appa, I want this, please. He said, okay, buy. I was like, really? He said, yeah, solve this puzzle and buy. What? So he also gave me a timeline. In 15 minutes, if I don't solve the puzzle, for every extra minute, I lose 5 rupees. I had to finish it. And I finished it. And I bought my sketch pens. Every summer, my dad will send us to Chennai. And I'll spend my summer holidays with my grandmother and Perima. My grandmother's family was very, very poor. Poor by the bank balance, but very rich at heart. And I think she was 50 something at that time. And she used to be a cook. So her job was to go to different houses and cook. And sometimes she'll take me along with her. And it's funny because in Hyderabad, I lived a completely different life. It was a much more privileged life. But in Madras, I was just a cook's granddaughter. So when we used to go to this auntie's house where she was working, they would make me sit next to the slippers. And they'll give us old, used storybooks. And that's how I read about Rapunzel and Thumbelina and all. One side I'm buying sketch pens for 60 rupees. Another side I have to sit next to the slippers. I didn't quite understand what this divide was all about. And I realized it's about money. So my grandmother didn't earn a lot, but she always found a way to give me those small joys. So she would take me in a rickshaw even though she didn't have enough money. And she would give me 5 rupees every day. And I get to pick if I want to buy butter biscuits or rose milk. And at that age, to be limited by money, I think taught me how to manage finances kind of. So one day I would pick butter biscuit, one day I would pick rose milk. And some days I'll get lucky and I'll get both. My grandmother, every time I left Madras and went back to Chennai, will have a crying party. All of us will cry. And I used to listen to that song, Poonga Trile, and just weep on the train ride back to Hyderabad. So funny, I used to have a Walkman, which most children didn't have. But I was still just a cook's granddaughter. So, whenever I left to Hyderabad, she would go to Rasi in Mylapore and save, konja she'll save that money for 3 months of break. And before I leave, she'll buy me a dress for 99 rupees. I still remember khaki color, 99 rupees she bought. And the happiness in her face. No money, but happiness was always there. I think it's because she was happy with what she had, but she also learned to kind of save and spend in the right ways possible. And we used to live in a very, very normal, small house that only had one kitchen and one bedroom. The kitchen only is the hall also. And we were 6 of us because my mother's sister passed away and my grandmother brought up even her sons. So there were 3 of my cousins, me, my grandmother, my tata and my mom. 7 of us used to sleep in that house. And my other cousin also will come off to play in the morning. And my grandmother used to manage all of this so beautifully. So I think that's where I understood the importance of managing finances.
My father is literally the most hardworking man I have ever known. He went to the same office, took the same route for 33 years just to save up for me, my mum, and himself and our future. He won Best Attendance Award in his office for 12 years straight, and he's very proud of that, and I'm so proud of him as well. To this day, he takes the public transport or walks, irrespective of what the distance is. He has not once taken the cab, neither did he buy a car for himself, but he did everything he could for me and my mother.
And my mom had to do 2 jobs in order to support my dreams, my passions, hobbies and our livelihood. One of the jobs was as a real estate agent, and the second was she was working for Lions Eye Donation Camp. What that means is she has to go to the person's house who's dead, convince their family members to donate the eye of that person, and this has to happen within a 6-hour window. So she would be gone before I woke up and she would come back only after I sleep. So some days she couldn't prepare lunch for me. I would eat paredu for breakfast and she'll give me 20 rupees for lunch. And our school had an option of lunch which is 10 rupees half lunch, 20 rupees full lunch. And I'll have half lunch for 10 rupees and save the other 10 to go eat cream buns before tuition. My parents now were very different actually. They're just two ends of the same spectrum. My dad is all about saving and sharing. My mother's all about spending and sharing. So I got the best of both worlds. So how I manage it is I make sure a percentage goes towards saving, percentage goes towards travel, a percentage goes towards charity, and a percentage goes towards my hobbies. And that's the beauty of life, when you find the correct balance. But it's not that you need to have it all figured out at a very young age. It can take time. But one thing I've learned is saving is extremely important for the bad days. Sharing is very important for the good days. So start saving and start sharing.